All right, welcome back. Welcome back. So, one of the things that Mazamalkan was fighting against is this SS killing. These people that want to take away the land of us indigenous people, this insecurity is one of the reasons why he raised an alarm on time, telling people what to do. He keep on saying they are coming, they are coming, they are coming. People don't listen. Today, even as much as some of them are jubilating and celebrating that he's no longer, he don't have his freedom, they cannot deny the fact that everything he said has come to pass. Do you understand? As you speak, the warning that he gave to Yoruba people is now playing before everybody. Now we can now see some Fulanis coming out publicly bragging on how they will continue finding people. Could you believe that? Just imagine that. Somebody with a match. Look at this guy here. This one you are seeing here now. What happened? He made it clear that he's going to keep on buying people. On a live video. He made the comment, he twisted it, he just tweeted it, and people saw it. The people are now tagging it to leaders of the world, like Donald Trump, American, War Department, and rest of them. Not one, not two, not three. Take a look at what Gumi said. Gumi made it clear to people that IPOB is the more dangerous and more brutal than Bandit and Boko Haram, ISWAP, and ISIS. To Gumi, IPOB is attacking security forces like police and army. They're buying them. But those terrorists are just kidnapping people with that, hurting them, according to him. Then you ask yourself, who actually fired Army General? Because this man, I don't understand why some people are sleeping over Gumi. Many people, but the Northerners who own the country are protecting him with everything in them. So I can guarantee that is the reason why many people are shying away from speaking up, talking about Gumi, because what Gumi has said is enough to interrogate him, to question him. But guess what? Before he even made a comment, he already knew that he will be protected because the country belonged to him. A man who went on national TV and told people, told Nigerians that that there's war in Nigeria, and that war is, ethnic war, according to him. They asked him what do you mean by ethnic war. He said that it's a war between Fulani and others. They asked him others, what do you mean by others? He said others that are not Fulani. That's those that are not Fulani. He declared there's a war. Today he's not telling you that don't touch them. They're just looking for money. Speaking from both sides of the mouth. That's why when I see some of these people defending the undefendable, it shocked me because it shouldn't be like that. What did you?
We are talking about ethnic war.
So it's an ethnic war, right?
Yes, it's going on. Yes.
So between which ethnic group?
Between now the nomadic Fulani, the headsmen, and the others. If they are, the others means anybody who's not them.
Did you hear that? That this war is between Fulani and anybody. He said, between who? She will ask between who? He said, between nomadic Fulani and others. Who are these others? Anyone who are not them. And guess what? Look at what Channels TV put under his name. Sheikh Ahmed Gumi. Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, Islamic cleric and peace negotiator. Peace negotiator. Can you beat that? Can I make it live? And here you have somebody like this Fulani man, a very young guy that made a tweet telling you how to what they must be, what they will be doing. Read this by yourself. What do you see here? Please. What are you? Can you just read it out? And we will continue paying you guys. No worry. You no even know what you the talk. Coming from the man's picture and everything is here. You can see that. You can see that. Let me bring it to you. Look at him here. All right. In the same country. So when Masakana was warning people about these things, they called him one man guy. Oh, this guy love war so much because you did not fight the Biafran war. You don't know what you are talking about. We are going to show you, are going to deal with you. Don't you know that you're a small boy? You know, you're a small boy. They were saying all manner of nonsense. Today, all this warning, everything the Masakana said is now playing out before everybody. It's no longer, oh, they are trying to create fear. Look at Boko Haram reintegrated. After saying this, showing you what they're going to do, they will throw canopy and welcome them back to Nigerian army. When you talk, they say that they are trying to, create fear in the minds of people. You are trying to put fear in the minds of people. Look at it here. So the question is, what do you think should be the best thing to do? Do you think the best thing to do is to continue this way? Like somebody asked me in one of my broadcasts, said, what is the solution? The solution is disintegration of Nigeria. You have to start afresh. You have to start from where you can, represent yourself, where you can do something that will be of benefit to everybody for the sake of humanity. You have to start from somewhere. And that thing is everybody to attend O Israel, so that you can now know how to build your territory, your boundary, and live like human being. If not, you are in for a very long journey, a journey that you're not even sure that you are going to return from that. Do you understand? So just let's see if you can listen to this short clip from this lady, because this lady actually reacted to what this FULANI man said. Okay, maybe it will make more sense to you, because sometimes it's good to listen to different places, so that if you maybe you don't understand what I'm saying, maybe what she said will help you. Listen.
It's always someone that has to do with it.
Start from beginning.
It's not every Muslim, but it's always a Muslim. It's always someone that has to do with the Islamic side. It's always an Islamic extremist. It's always. I've never said this out loud before. I usually post it on my story or say it in my close circle. But I'm going to say this: Christians and Muslims, we do not serve the same God. I don't even dare tell me don't make it about religion. It's exactly about religion. It has always been about religion. I've not heard, like I said in the previous video, I've not heard anybody doing a mosque massacre. I have not heard that. I've not heard that. It's always a church killing. It's always killing of Christians. It's always about religion. It's a disproportionate amount of killings. I just watched the video by an imam or whatever position he was. He said, according to the teachings of his prophet, when you go into a new country or something, you give them Islam. If they don't take it, you tax them, you give them the jizya tax. And if not, then you proceed to fight them. You proceed to kill them. That's very funny, because in my religion, Jesus said we should preach to them, and if they do not take it, dust your slippers and go home. That is how much sovereign God is. That is how sovereign Jesus is. He's so sovereign that he gives you the opportunity to choose. He doesn't force it down your throat. If I see one more person, see, it's about religion. I'm too distorted. I'm too distorted to even be composing this video. It's about religion. I don't want to hear anything. It's about religion. Like, you always say, oh, we're always speaking up about Christians. What about Muslims? Sorry, all the people that were speaking up about the girls that were kidnapped in Kebbi, they are what? Pagans?
I tire.
I'm done.
All right. I'm going to keep it short. Tell me what you think about it. God bless you. Don't forget to like this video and share it. Your comment is very, very important to us, and subscribe to the channel. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.